We're talking about telephones and technology, right?
Yeah.
And what Dad had when he was a kid. And what were you just asking me if I used?
If you use like one of those phones, like in Despicable Me, where like there was a phone that he had to spin until it went to the area, and then it would spin backwards, and then as soon as it spun backwards, he would have to go to a number and do it for the whole phone number. Is that one of the phones that you had, Dad?
I did. I did
did?
have a phone like that in my house.
What about a flip phone where you could only like tap the numbers, like you couldn't make taps or anything?
Okay, so I'm gonna go through the whole sequence of Dad's technology through his life. Okay. So I had a rotary phone, and that was because my papa, your great papa,
Yeah.
and my dad, your papa, okay, both worked for the phone company. Okay, yes. Okay, Papa Hubbard, my papa, wired all of the city of Dover, all the house lines in the city of Dover, as the telephone lines were being put into Dover. And that was back in the 50s, I believe. 1950s, okay? Yes, the 1950s. Okay. From there, we had the push button phone.
Push button.
Yeah. Okay. It looked like the rotary phone, but instead of having the spinny thing,
Oh, you
it had
to
to
tap numbers.
yes, and you would push the numbers. Okay.
I thought like you had one of those phones that, like one of our old house phones, that it would like bend, and then all it had was the numbers, and the screen was like a
No, that's what
square.
that came later. Okay.
Did
So
you have house phones growing up?
yes, everybody had a house phone because there were no cell phones. Yes, that's right. Cell phones did not exist. Okay. So we had the push button phone, and then we got the cool phones like a Hello Kitty phone or something like that, and it was like a plastic that you would hold, and similar to a cell phone, but it had a cord that came off the end, and it would have the number pad on it. Okay. And you would dial the telephone number, and then you would talk. Okay. Now, what I also had, because Pop-Up Hubbard and Pop-Up, so Great Pop-Up and Pop-Up, in Great Pop-Up's house, had an old phone, one of the very first style phones, which was how my Pop-Up and my mum met each other.
Wait, hang on. You know how you told me how you and Mom had like a boys' fort and a girls' fort?
Yeah.
Did you guys make like one of those cup strings where you put like string through a cup and you would hear what the other person's saying?
Yes.
Did you
Okay.
guys make those?
Yes, we did do those. Okay.
Would
And
that technically be the world's first phone?
yes, that is very similar to, I believe, what the first phone was. Okay. But that was similar to what we had. And what we had was, when you would pick up the phone in your house, it would buzz a switchboard operator. And somebody would say, "Operator," and you would say, "I would like to call Kaylynn." And then she would take the plug and connect it so you could talk to Kaylynn. Okay?
The string phone?
No, it was a phone that had a speaker that was post mounted, so it was a post that stuck off the phone.
Oh yeah, it
And-
was like a phone.
Yep, and then
here,
and then you had
a
a
speaker. That's what
and you had a
Mr.
phone.
Fox had.
Nope, and then you took the earpiece and put it up to your ear like this. It was like a bell. It was like holding a bell. Very similar to the cup on the string. Okay? And then they would connect the call and you would talk. Well, when Pop-Up came home from the war and he was in Dover and he was trying to call his dad, who was in Greensboro, okay, which is, we drive through that to go to Uncle Brian's house, okay, and he heard Mum as the operator.
Mama?
Yep, my Mum.
That's how you guys.
That's how
That's how you guys
my
met?
Pop-Up met my Mum.
So that's how you and
No, my mom is my dad's mom.
Oh.
Okay.
So when your dad heard your mom's voice was...
No, when my mom and Papa, Grandma and Grandpa, my grandma and grandpa.
So this was like way before you were even...
Yeah, this was a long time.
Before your parents were even thought of?
Yep. Okay. We're going back.
Like
Okay.
18 something?
Nah, 1950s, late 40s into the 50s. Okay. But he liked her voice, and he asked if he could take her out on a date, and she said yeah, and there was history ever since. Okay, but yes, that's the technology. So we went from the touch phones to the Hello Kitty phones, like I said, right? Okay, or the hand phones that you would hold that are similar to a cell phone with a wire.
Yeah.
Okay, and then from there, we had payphones, okay, which they were out in public. Okay, they were out on the street.
Oh yeah, like telephone boxes.
Yes,
like you see in front of the Walmart.
Correct.
When you go to Walmart, there's like a thing. That's why
Correct.
It's also a parrot trap too.
Yes. Okay, and there was the payphone, and then what they created was a little box called a pager, and I was able to call that, and it would send a notification with a telephone number to call.
How would you guys make text? Like mail?
We didn't make
Mail like text?
mail's mail, and that's
I thought
letters.
mail was like text back then.
I mean, letters is probably the closest thing you could compare a text to, but
Did you know what a text was when you found it out?
yes, I knew. Yeah, it's a text. I started doing it. But cell phones came along after that. And yes, it was the flip phone style. And it was pretty much only make a phone call. There was maybe one silly game. Okay. And it was predominantly for phone calls. Okay. And then they developed the text process.
Sorry, I'm getting company.
And then it got into, into cell phones have developed into what they are now. Okay? So, that's my growth of technology.
What about laptops and tablets? Laptops look like some, how some...
A laptop, all laptops have pretty much kept the same kind of structure.
Yeah, but did they have like a box around it?
What do you mean?
Like on commercials, I see like back in the day computers, like they show actual back in the day computers where they're like boxed, like the screen's boxed, a box shape, and then it's on a pole, and then everything else is the same, but it's like the screen's boxed in instead of just a flat 2D, it's 3D. Like the screen's inside a cube. Like imagine this, like this flat. That's how they have it now. But there was like a box.
Yes,
here.
yes, they were all boxed. That's it.
You?
Do what?
I live in the bed with you.
No, because I'm still videoing our conversation here.
Okay.
And like I said, I really want to watch this one back for the rest of my life. So yes, that's the box monitor. Okay, and TVs. That's the kind of TV I had when I was a kid, a box TV like that. Okay. And then I had a black and white TV. And then it was color TVs. And now it's, goodness gracious, it's like, you look on these TVs now and it's almost like you're in the room with that person sometimes. But, that's that. Any other questions?
Let's see. How did you and Mommy met?
Oh God, that's a total different video. I think we're gonna sign off with that one. Sound good? I love you, Kaylynn.